Sometimes, the most peaceful places hide the loudest secrets. The wind moves gently across the Heartland ranch, but behind the calm skies, something is changing. Someone is keeping a secret big enough to test love, loyalty, and everything the Bartlett-Fleming family stands for. Episode 2 of Season 19, titled "Two Can Keep a Secret," reminds us that truth always finds its way home, but not before hearts are tested and trust is shaken. In this first look, we step into the quiet tension brewing beneath the smiles. The warmth and the wide open fields of Heartland. Because out here, even silence can tell a story. The story of Heartland has always been about family, healing, and hope. But as Season 19 begins, that hope feels more fragile than ever. In Episode 1, we saw the Bartlett-Fleming family facing new challenges while trying to protect the legacy that means everything to them. Amy is still finding her strength after everything she's lost, raising her daughter and helping others find peace with their horses. But beneath her calm smile, there's a quiet pain, a sense that something isn't being said, something that could change everything. Jack, the heart and soul of Heartland, carries the weight of generations on his shoulders. He's the one who keeps the ranch running, the one who reminds everyone what family truly means. But even Jack can feel that something's off. The way Tim avoids certain conversations, the way Lou stays busy to hide her own doubts, the way Amy keeps looking at the horizon as if she's waiting for someone who may never return, and then there's Tim, always strong, always stubborn, but maybe, this time, hiding more than just his pride. The look in his eyes, the small pauses before he answers questions, they tell us that he's holding on to something. A secret, perhaps. One that ties into the episode's haunting title, "Two Can Keep a Secret." As the family prepares for what seems like just another season at the ranch, we can feel that something is about to surface. The calm before the storm. A choice that will divide trust. A truth that could heal or destroy everything they've built. This episode isn't just about horses or ranch life. It's about the things people keep hidden to protect the ones they love. It's about how silence can sometimes speak louder than words. And in Heartland, no secret stays buried for long. The tone of Episode 2 feels different, softer in moments, but heavier in meaning. There's beauty in every scene, yet tension lingers in every glance. We can already sense that what's coming will test the strength of family bonds and the courage to face the truth. Because at Heartland, love isn't just a feeling, it's a promise. And promises, when mixed with secrets, can become fragile things. The title alone, "Two Can Keep a Secret," feels like a whisper carried by the wind through the Heartland Valley. It's calm on the outside, but heavy underneath. In Heartland, every word, every look, every silence means something. And this time, the silence feels dangerous. This episode doesn't shout its story. It lets it unfold slowly, like a letter being opened after years of waiting. We don't see the secret right away. We feel it. In the distance between two people who once shared everything, in the way someone looks away just as another person turns to speak. It's not about what's said, it's about what's not said, Amy. Still trying to find balance between healing others and healing herself, senses that something's off. A small change in routine, a missing word in a conversation, a shadow of worry in her daughter's eyes. She knows her family too well to miss the signs. But Amy has learned sometimes the harder you search for the truth, the more it hides. Jack feels it too. That instinct that something's about to break. He's been through storms before, but this one isn't made of thunder and rain. It's made of secrets, half-truths, and decisions no one wants to admit. When you've lived as long as Jack, you know that secrets don't stay secrets forever. They find their way out, even if it means breaking hearts to do it. Meanwhile, Lou is pulled between her responsibilities and her emotions. She's the leader, the one everyone counts on. But leadership doesn't protect you from doubt. Her eyes show strength. But her heart tells another story, one that connects to the very secret the title warns about. And Tim's story feels different this time. There's restlessness in him, a man torn between doing what's right and protecting the people he loves. He's hiding something that could change how the family sees him forever. The beauty of this episode is that it doesn't reveal everything at once. Instead, it invites us to lean closer, to listen more carefully, to notice the tiny details, the pause before an answer, the quiet sigh after a smile. It's as if Heartland itself is keeping a secret, wrapped beneath its golden fields and warm sunsets. The rhythm of episode 2 is like a heartbeat, calm, steady, but with an undercurrent of tension that never truly fades. It's not about explosions or dramatic confrontations. It's about the invisible walls people build to protect their hearts. It's about how even love can become a secret when you're afraid of losing it. As the ranch carries on, horses running free, coffee cups clinking in the early light, and laughter echoing across the barn, something unseen grows stronger. The kind of tension that can't be ignored forever. And by the end of the episode, viewers will realize, sometimes, it's not the secret itself that hurts the most. It's the fear of what will happen when it finally comes out. Every secret has a heartbeat, and in Heartland, those heartbeats belong to the people we've come to love. In episode 2, two can keep a secret. Each character carries their own quiet storm. They're all trying to hold their world together, even as pieces begin to slip through their fingers. Amy, as always, stands at the center of it all, the calm in the middle of the storm. She's the one who helps others heal, yet she still carries her own scars. In this episode, her heart feels heavier, her thoughts quieter. She senses change coming, though no one will say it aloud. There's a moment, a small, fleeting one, where Amy looks out across the ranch as the sun sets. Her eyes aren't watching the sky, they're searching the past. It's in that silence that we feel her truth. She's holding on to something she doesn't fully understand yet. Something that could either bring her peace or pull her further into the shadows of loss. Jack, steady and strong, has always been the anchor of this family. But anchors can rust, and Jack feels the weight of time pressing down. He can sense when things aren't right. He always can. The ranch may look the same, the chores still get done, but there's a tension in the air he can't shake. Jack's wisdom tells him that secrets have a way of poisoning trust. And though he spent his life teaching others to forgive, he knows that not every truth can be forgiven easily. Lou's world, once built on ambition and control, now feels uncertain. She's juggling her duties, her family, and the fragile balance between truth and loyalty. The more she tries to hold everything together, the more she realizes that leadership doesn't protect her from heartbreak. And two can keep a secret. Lou's smile feels practiced, the kind you wear when you're trying to convince everyone, including yourself, that things are fine. But deep down, she knows something isn't. Then there's Tim, a man whose pride often hides his pain. His story in this episode is complicated, raw, even. We see glimpses of his guilt, moments where his words stumble, where his eyes betray what he won't say. There's a reason the episode carries this title, and Tim might be the one who knows exactly what secret can't stay buried. His silence feels louder than any confession. Even the younger generation, Katie, Parker, and the others, sense the shift. They might not understand the details, but they feel it in the way adults pause before answering questions, or how laughter fades too quickly. Heartland has always been a place of open hearts, but now those hearts are guarded. Every character is standing on the edge of something. Truth, regret, forgiveness. And it's not just about what they might lose if the secret comes out. It's about who they'll become once it does. Episode 2 doesn't just test relationships, it tests character. Who tells the truth when it hurts the most? Who hides it to protect the ones they love? And who realizes too late that keeping quiet can do more damage than the truth ever could? By the time the episode fades to black, one thing becomes clear. At Heartland, secrets don't just live in words. They live in the eyes, in the pauses, and in the space between what's said and what's felt. And that's where the real story begins. The beauty of Heartland has never just been in its stories, it's in the air, the light, the silence between words. Episode 2, Two Can Keep a Secret, captures this beauty with a sense of quiet unease. The visuals tell their own story long before anyone speaks. The scene opens with a sunrise that feels different. The light isn't warm, it's pale and watchful, like it knows something the characters don't. The ranch stretches out in calm silence, fences glistening with morning dew, horses moving slowly through the mist. It's peaceful, but the kind of peace that doesn't last. You can almost feel the weight of what's unsaid pressing down on every frame. Outside, the wind picks up. The trees bend slightly. A loose shutter bangs against the side of the barn, a reminder that even the strongest structures can tremble when storms approach. The sky darkens for just a moment, and the music swells. Soft but haunting. Then comes Tim, standing alone near the paddock. His hat low, his shoulders heavy. The horses run freely behind him, their energy in sharp contrast to his stillness. He watches them for a long time, his expression unreadable. The camera moves closer, just enough to catch the flicker of regret in his eyes before he turns away. The episode's tone is built through these silences. The way light fades across the fields, the way shadows stretch longer than they should. Every shot feels like a secret trying to reveal itself. There's no need for dialogue. The visuals speak the truth louder than words ever could. And then, just as the music softens again, there's a small moment. A letter being folded shut. A photo being tucked away. A hand hesitating before knocking on a door. These tiny choices create the heartbeat of episode 2. They remind us that in Heartland, the most powerful moments are often the quietest ones. The tone is both fragile and tense. A balance between love and fear. Between comfort and suspicion. You can almost hear the ranch breathe, as if it's waiting for something to happen. By the end of the montage, the feeling is unmistakable. Something hidden is about to surface. The fields are the same, the house still stands. But nothing feels safe anymore, because sometimes it's not thunder that warns of a storm. It's the silence right before it, and in 2 can keep a secret. That silence is deafening. There's something about Heartland that feels personal, like it belongs to every viewer who's ever believed in second chances, in forgiveness, in love that survives the hardest storms. But Season 19? Episode 2. 2 Can Keep a Secret asks a question even the fans can't easily answer. How well do we really know the people we love? Every glance, every pause, every carefully chosen word in this episode feels like a clue, and fans everywhere are already starting to piece them together. Is someone hiding something from Amy? Could Jack be protecting the family from a truth that's too painful to share? Or is Tim's silence the thread that could unravel it all? The beauty of Heartland has always been in its subtlety. It doesn't hand out answers, it invites you to feel them. That's what makes this episode so haunting. We're not just watching a story, we're decoding it moment by moment. Every fan has a theory. Every theory feels possible. Some believe the secret ties back to something from the past, a decision that was meant to stay buried. Others think it's about the future, a choice that could change Heartland forever. The tension isn't built through shouting or betrayal. It's built through stillness, through the kind of silence that only exists between people who share history, and that's what makes Heartland special. It's not a story about villains and heroes, it's a story about people who make mistakes, who hold on to secrets for the right reasons, and who learn, sometimes painfully, that love and truth don't always walk hand in hand as fans. We can't help but wonder who's protecting whom. Is Amy keeping quiet to protect someone else's heart? Is Lou pretending everything's fine to avoid breaking the illusion of stability? Or has Jack known the truth all along, waiting for the moment it must finally be faced? The internet is already buzzing with questions. What if the secret isn't about one person but the whole family? What if the past is repeating itself? And the most haunting question of all? Who's the second person keeping the secret? Because remember, the title doesn't just say, "One can keep a secret," it says 2. That means there's more than one person guarding the truth. 2 hearts bound by silence, for better or worse, for longtime fans. This feels like classic Heartland, emotional, layered, and filled with tension that hides behind love. It's not about shock value. It's about empathy. About the quiet kind of storytelling that lets the audience feel like part of the family, sitting at that same kitchen table, hearing those same words that mean more than they sound. So as you watch episode 2, ask yourself, if you were in their place, would you tell the truth? Or would you keep the secret too? Maybe that's why Heartland connects so deeply. It doesn't just tell a story, it holds up a mirror. And in that reflection, we see a piece of ourselves, the part that loves, forgives, and sometimes hides the truth to protect someone we can't imagine losing. The sun sets over the ranch, painting the sky in gold and quiet. The wind slows, the fields fall still, and somewhere in that silence, the truth waits. That's the feeling. Heartland Season 19, Episode 2, Two Can Keep a Secret leaves behind. Not chaos, not anger. Just the ache of unspoken words and the weight of love that can't always be honest in the end. This episode isn't about who's right or wrong. It's about why we keep secrets and how those secrets, no matter how small, shape the people we become. Every character stands on a different side of the same truth. And when the credits roll, we realize something simple but powerful. Sometimes people hide things not out of deceit, but out of love. The beauty of Heartland has always been its honesty. It never needs explosions or shouting to break your heart. Just a look, a letter, a pause that lasts 1 second too long. And that's what makes this episode unforgettable. It's soft, but it hits deep. As fans, we've grown with these characters. We've watched them laugh, cry, lose, and rebuild. But Two Can Keep a Secret feels like a reminder that even after all these years, Heartland still has layers left to uncover, new emotions to stir, new truths to face. Picture it. Amy standing alone in the barn, the light fading behind her. Jack quietly watching the horizon, the past whispering in his eyes. Lou trying to smile through the cracks of something she can't quite fix. Tim walking away before anyone can see his guilt. No words, no confessions, just the soft music of a family learning that love isn't about perfection. It's about forgiveness. And maybe that's what makes Heartland so different from every other show. It doesn't try to escape real life, it reflects it. It reminds us that families aren't built on flawless honesty. They're built on understanding. That sometimes holding a secret is an act of love, and letting it go is an act of courage. So as episode 2 ends, we're left not with answers, but with a feeling, a quiet ache that makes us want to return next week, just to see if the truth finally finds its voice. Because out here, in the wide open fields of Heartland, every secret has a story, and every story reminds us why this show has captured hearts for nearly 2 decades. If you've been following Heartland since the beginning, you already know it's not just a show, it's a place, a feeling, a reminder that home isn't where you live, it's who you love. And as this chapter closes, one question remains. When the truth comes out, will love still hold the family together? Or will it change everything they've built? We'll find out soon enough. Until then, stay close to the stories that move you. And don't forget, Heartland, Season 19, Episode 2, Two Can Keep a Secret airs on CBC. If you felt something today, share your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think is keeping the secret, and why? Because sometimes the best part of Heartland isn't just watching it, it's feeling it together. There's a moment, right after the credits fade, when the world of Heartland still lingers in your chest, like the echo of a heartbeat that doesn't want to quiet down. The wind over the fields, the soft creak of the barn door, the quiet hum of life continuing. It all feels heavier now, because after episode 2, Two Can Keep a Secret, we understand something new about this world. It's not just a ranch, it's a mirror. Every fence post, every shadow, every glance between characters tells a story of people trying to protect what matters most, not through grand gestures or perfect choices, but through love that's messy, flawed, and real. Maybe that's why Heartland still reaches us after 19 seasons. Because deep down, we all know what it feels like to hold something back. To keep quiet not because we want to lie, but because we're afraid the truth will break something beautiful. The people of Heartland carry their secrets like we carry ours, softly, carefully praying that someday when the time is right, those secrets can finally rest. In this episode, the ranch feels alive, not just as a setting, but as a witness. The wind doesn't just blow. It whispers. The horses don't just run, they escape. The sunset doesn't just fade. It hides what daylight cannot face. Heartland breathes like it's listening. It's listening to confessions that never reach the air. But the truth about secrets is this: they don't stay buried forever. Sooner or later, they rise through broken silences, through trembling hands, through a look that lasts too long. And when they do, they don't destroy love. They test it. That's what makes two can keep a secret so haunting. It doesn't end with certainty. It ends with questions that won't leave you alone. Who do we become when honesty hurts more than silence? How far would we go to protect someone we love from the truth?